The great thing is we brought it to the government didn't bring it to us.
Bitcoin is also there for your enemies.
If the government pushes Bitcoin custody-only solutions,
I would say it's definitely top-down and it's a problem.
and then we're fucked.
State-level adoption is like the opposite of grassroots, of bottom-up.
In my completely objective opinion, it's Germany. The Bitcoin community in Germany is like on the cutting edge.
Wow, that's a tough question.
Where does Europe stand?
Europe's progress, you mean?
It's bad.
Go out of the way. Like, move over. Let us just do it. Liberate the market.
Is the Bitcoin adoption by government still part of a bottom-up movement, or has it become a top-down process? Which country is leading the way with Bitcoin adoption? That's what I will ask Bitcoin experts and enthusiasts at the Swiss Bitcoin conference. Do you think is government state-level adoption of Bitcoin, is that still, or could that be part of a bottom-up movement, or is that a definitely top-down movement?
Well, I think, first of all, the great thing is we brought it to the government didn't bring it to us. So I see it somewhat as a bottom-up movement.
I would say it's definitely top-down and it's a problem because it doesn't necessarily mean that people like want to start using it.
It's still a bottom-up movement because, Bitcoin is also there for your enemies.
State-level adoption is like the opposite of grassroots, of bottom-up.
I think it's tend to be more top-down meanwhile, but that is not a big problem because every individual can still buy a Bitcoin. So there will be no damage for people which are ready to educate themselves about Bitcoin and buy it and hold it securely.
I think this is the most important thing about Bitcoin. Not that price go up forever and up only, but the most important thing is we are masters of our own universe, of our own destiny of freedom.
Like we saw in El Salvador, it was very much top-down and it was decreed to a certain level and people still didn't fully adopt it. Whereas on other parts in the world, like Costa Rica, for example, it was bottom-up and there people actually went into trying to learn more and actually understanding it.
We've built a great thing. It's getting bigger any day. And what did we expect? Like everybody wants a part of it. So it's inevitable that states, big banks, governments, they all want some of that pie.
Yeah. So rather top-down.
Absolutely.
Years ago, Bitcoiners said, okay, there will be a day when governments, institutions, companies want to buy Bitcoin, and we kind of see, okay, this is happening, but still it started from the bottom and now at the top is coming. But it's not forced, it's just, it's there for everybody, it's for your enemies, it's for yourself, it's for everybody. So I don't see a contradiction to the bottom-up movement.
Yeah. If the government pushes Bitcoin custody-only solutions and KYC AML only solutions, then I think this is not a bottom-up, this is a top-down, and then we're fucked.
So I think it is part of like getting to hyper-Bitcoinization, but it's definitely not necessarily the part why we will win. But the bottom-up one is way more important in my opinion.
Which country do you think is leading the way with regards to Bitcoin adoption?
I mean, the obvious answer is the Kingdom of Bhutan. Like, in relation to their GDP, they have tons and tons of Bitcoin. They have been mining quietly for quite some time. The king of Bhutan, like, he's very knowledgeable about Bitcoin. He's not just like talking about crypto like other leaders of states.
So he got it.
I think he got it.
In my completely objective opinion, it's Germany. The Bitcoin community in Germany is like on the cutting edge. So we have in every city 21 communities in every larger city with a lot of meetups.
Question is, what do we mean with Bitcoin adoption? Is it amount of nodes? That's Germany.
That's Germany, yeah.
I mean, if you look at the maps online and check out where the nodes are running, I mean, I don't know. I don't have the absolute amount of nodes on the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure that Germany is at least in the top 3, if not number 1 all the time. But then the second thing is it how many people own Bitcoin? That's probably maybe even Switzerland. I don't know. Or the third thing, how many transactions are being done in Bitcoin in the commercial system? And I think depending on that, it's different countries?
I think it's Costa Rica, to be honest. Like, I've been traveling a lot of different countries, and Costa Rica is the only one where I see like it's flourishing by itself.
Wow, that's a tough question. So, if you think of bottom-up movements, I wouldn't call El Salvador a bottom-up success story, but I actually think about Germany.
There it kind of took over its own life, and it's just they are orange pilling each other there. It's still comparably small, I would say, but it's just you see that the wildfire is starting to happening. So I think that they are actually one of the countries which is the furthest down the road.
We have a really strict, old-fashioned government, and also the EU regulation is not beneficial for EU citizens, but still in Germany we have so many plebs, we have so many nodes running, so I would say, okay, this is a real bottom-up success story in Germany.
USA is like always super loud, and that's kind of the same thing there as very often. Would I say the US is leading in Bitcoin? I don't know so much. They're leading in technology and multiple things, and obviously with Jack Mallers and Jack Dorsey, they have great people working on Bitcoin. And yes, they're trying to push in mining, but there's also other great countries that are supporting Bitcoin. Paraguay is supporting Bitcoin mining. Switzerland, I think, is doing a great job adopting Bitcoin also in regards of payment and investment assets. So I don't think there's a clear winner.
You have all kinds of communities where you have marketplaces where you can buy more or less everything with Bitcoin. Is that right?
Exactly. There's like one in Bitcoin Jungle. It's in Uvita, and there you could basically survive by only using Bitcoin. Like everything from drinks, from food, from surf lessons. You have everything there, and it's beautiful to see because it's just a circular economy which is emerging by itself. They had, like, of course, the community leaders in the beginning who orange pilled them, but now it's like, as I said, they're orange pilling each other and actually seeing that it has a benefit for their own lives.
Amazing, yeah. And in that respect, where do you see Europe with regards to Bitcoin adoption? Where does Europe stand?
Europe's progress, you mean?
It's bad.
I'm probably pretty tainted because I'm abroad so much, not really in Europe. So when I'm in Europe and with Bitcoiners, then it's the same crew and the same family over and over again. So there it's very straightforward.
Feels better than it is.
Yeah, I recently sent some Bitcoin to a Revolut wallet of a friend of mine, and they forced KYC'd my wallet in a sense. Like, he needed to say where the money came from, and because I used the Primal wallet, and because it wasn't KYC'd on the Primal side, he wasn't able to actually do anything with the Bitcoin. So he needed to send it back to the wallet. So I think it's actually going in a very bad direction.
Especially if I think of people from Eastern Europe, Czech Republic, for example. I have the impression people there really understand the need for Bitcoin.
And like Europe has, or like the European Bitcoiners need to make sure that they can counteract some of this, but I'm not as bullish on Europe in regards of Bitcoin.
Yeah, fair assessment, I'm afraid.
If it comes to government and regulation, I would consider it to go more in the direction of a failure, to be honest.
I think the bottom-up movement is going good because lastly I spoke with a Spanish woman in Switzerland, and she said even in Spain, they have a really strong Bitcoin community.
So in Europe, we do great as people. The government, gets in the way, I think. There's very inefficient regulation around Bitcoin. But yeah, in Europe, it is definitely a bottom-up movement.
So you're looking at it more from a bottom-up movement. Yes. So the people adopting it, not necessarily the governments, right?
Yes, in Europe, it's more driven by the people, with the exception of Switzerland.
Like we do Bitcoin mining in Europe, we do all of these great things that are world firsts in Bitcoin in Europe.
The Italian-speaking canton, what's the name of it? The Lugano, or like the city is Lugano, and it's like really pro Bitcoin because of Tether, and that is more like government or corporation driven.
Yeah, it's the two sides of a medal. It would be nice if they were instead of confronting and putting like rocks in our way, they would go out of the way. Like, move over. Let us just do it. Liberate the market.
Yeah.